Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jax. This is where I have been sharing my journey through infertility, IVF, adoption, parenting, and now pregnancy, all the while trying to give you a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of information so that you feel better while you're going through your own journey. Today's video is my 12-week pregnancy update. First things first, thank you so much to everybody that left comments on last week's video, sending good vibes. I appreciate it. And to everyone who left the country that they were viewing from, that was really fun for me to read through. So thank you so much. I wanted to just get that out there before I forgot and we kicked off today's video. Like always, these videos are in 3 parts. First, I update on baby, then I update on me, and then I update on the husband. So let's jump right in with the baby update. During week 12, the baby was about the size of a little hamster or a lime. So getting it like actual, substantial size going on, still only weighing in at about half an ounce. Big developments this week. A lot of the major organs are like coming together and starting to actually get like muscle reflexes. So eyes and fingers and mouth are all starting to get reflexes that'll be helpful for actual survival. And then there's a lot of things shifting positions. Ears are migrating to where they're supposed to be. Intestines are going to migrate to where they're supposed to be as baby starts to stretch out. I think right now 1/3 of them is head. So the body needs to catch up a little bit so everything has room. I know this is normally when we do the mommy update, but I'm going to go grab the husband. I think he's free right now. And see if he will come do the husband update really quick before I do mine. Hold on. Well, I found him.
Hi.
Found him. He was downstairs.
I'm right here.
Now he's here. All right. What were your feelings about week 12? Happy, anxious?
Week 12 was quite the week.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I was fine.
Implying I was not.
You were not fine, no.
Was I extra emotional in week 12?
No. You were the same amount of emotional in week 12.
Which is that, for the people home, is that more or less than normal?
I'm going to go with you were a little extra.
A little extra. All right, fair enough. All right, and give one piece of advice for getting through week 12.
Piece of advice for week 12, huh? Give your partner plenty of time to do the activities that rejuvenate them.
And pizza?
Pizza works too.
All right. Well, for you. Thank you for participating.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right. On to mom updates. First off, as we close out week 12 and go into week 13, we are done. We are done with the first trimester. So excited. It's a big deal. It's a super big deal to get this far. And while, we still have the hurdle of getting past, that next appointment, it's still a big deal to get out of this first trimester, hoping that symptoms lessen and hoping to kind of turn over a fresh leaf, experience things that are new in pregnancy, new and fun, hopefully, and hopefully have the lessening of the nausea. You've already heard me kind of gripe about it a lot, so I'm not going to hit up on all of it. But if week 10 was a 10 in severity of nausea, then we've been clicking down about 1 or 2 pegs a week. I think I would say week 11 was an 8, and week 12 has been about a 7 with nausea. Not quite the landslide down that I was hoping for, but we are getting better. Still going to talk to my doctor about maybe getting some, what's that medicine called? Nope, it's gone. I don't remember what it's called. The anti-nausea med, just get it on standby. I think I can do another week of this, but then I need this to really start getting better because my weight is stagnating around 146.6, but I have a feeling I'm still losing weight, and it's I guess losing isn't the right, it's being reallocated, obviously. Bumps getting bigger, bumps there, like resources are being reallocated. So I think it's a little, not misleading that my weight is even, but I have a feeling just from like looking at myself that a few pounds have been reallocated. So not a huge concern. Just for reference, I've lost like 1.5%, 2% of my body weight. Nothing crazy, right? 5% is when they start getting a little like, that's not probably great. And then 10% gets you into like hyperemesis territory. Obviously that fluctuates based on where you started to begin with, but for a healthy range person, once you get into that 5 to 10% body fat or body weight loss range, that's when people start to get concerned. Anything above that is just annoying and miserable and not concerning from a healthy baby perspective. That being said, there has been some shift like in what I can tolerate and what I can't, cravings and aversions. It just feels like it's changing, most noticeably. Like for a while, dark sodas, like brown sodas, were tasting really weird, just really weird. Couldn't drink any of them. Now they're back to normal, tasting okay. So I get my indulgence. It is like my one favorite like sweet indulgence for the day, so I was kind of bummed out that it started tasting weird. And next, I have found that I can still eat chicken if it doesn't smell like chicken. So I kid you not, we went on a Burger King run this weekend because I'm like, I want Burger King chicken fries, which I have not eaten in years. I haven't eaten there in years. Since like one of my clients directly across the street was a Burger King. They gave us a gift card and I went there. Like that's the last time I ate at a Burger King. But this weekend, no, I needed chicken fries, which then led me to the next day. The next day I was like, what if I go get orange chicken from Panda Express? Because that's just covered in, spicy red sauce. That doesn't taste like chicken. Oh, it was great. Oh, it was exactly what I needed. Get some more protein in there. It was a win for sure. So I'm not saying that nausea is definitely getting better, and I'm definitely finding some ways around it. My stamina is just like done with this game. Other things that are getting better are my sore spots from my PIO injections. If this is the first pregnancy update you're jumping in on, this is an IVF pregnancy, which means I got shots in my love handles for a long time, all the way up until week 10, and those start before your transfer. So those spots get really, really sore to the point where like rubbing up against a chair or lying down is very painful. So I was literally like jogging up the stairs. I was like, oh, it doesn't really hurt. Because normally there'd be enough pain to like jolt me to stop. But it was just a little bit sore, kind of like you'd worked out too much. So, I'm so glad that that's healing. It kind of just felt like it was going on forever, but it's really only been 2 weeks. It seems insane that we've been off those meds for 2 weeks. When it comes to fatigue, there's been some good, there's been some bad. One, during the day, I'm feeling less fatigued. I can actually like keep up with chores and keep up with my life. Good. I am still going to bed and sleeping for a lot of time. So, if I don't exactly go to bed at 9, like I pay for it the next day, I have to go to sleep. So it's good that at least I feel energized during the day. It's not so great that I like need 8-9 hours of sleep. That's kind of obnoxious. And then when I wake up, I am grumpy AF. Okay, I am a morning person. I am usually good to go in the morning, excited, let's do this. I cannot function until I've eaten now. Because I just feel so awful. Obviously morning sickness is bad in the morning. But like it is just, obviously my blood sugar has plummeted overnight and I am grumpy and hormonal and nauseous and I want to eat, and it's just, we need to rework our morning schedule so that I can eat right away. And that just hasn't happened. So it's on the to-do list. We need to revamp. Oh, I wanted to give an update on the apps that I'm still using. So as one of you pointed out, I am using the Ovia app, and that is my primary app for information, fun facts, checking how far along you are, as if you forget. Like I'm like, am I this many weeks in this? I'm always right. Like you don't lose track of it. But like checking all of that, that's still my favorite app. The Pregnancy by Amelia, I think. I'll put the name right there, the little app logo. That is my favorite for tracking weight. That's where I get these cool weight graphs that I'm adding into videos now. I really love that it has the trend line there based on your starting weight. And it shows, that first trimester should be less and then you should go up. Granted, mine looks really wonky right now because I'm going down instead of up. But I really love having that trend line so that like it just feels like a more healthy way to be like, well, by the end, you should gain 20 pounds. It's like, there's a long time in there. Like, what's the trend supposed to look like? So I love that for tracking weight. I don't use it for anything else. And then you all had recommended Pregnancy Plus. I do still have it downloaded. I still prefer Ovia, but I keep that one around. Its facts are a little bit different. Its articles are a little bit different. And I do love the daily feed of information. So thank you for that recommendation. Just so you know, videos I'm working on and want to let you know are happening, I'm pumped about. It's not just going to be updates forever, I promise, is I'm working on my first trimester must-haves, and I'm also reading through 15 plus pregnancy and birth books, so I can do a, here's the best of pregnancy and worst of pregnancy books, read them so you don't have to type thing. And I don't know. So far, it's not been great. Maybe it's because I've read too many and now I'm a little cynical. But the first ones I picked up, I'm not enjoying. But I guess that's the point, right? These were ones I found on lists of top whatever pregnancy books, top 20 pregnancy books. So I bought them and I'm disappointed. So anyway, that video is coming. It does take me time to read through 15 pregnancy books though. So give me just a minute. So finally, I wanted to leave on kind of a positive note, some affirmation for anybody who needs it this week. I certainly did, and I am so privileged, and glad that I found a healthcare professional that helped me work through all of my anxiety and trauma. And please reach out to a therapist or mental health professional if you feel like it could be beneficial in any way. I did at the very beginning of our infertility journey, and I have to say it is one of the better decisions I have made in the last 4 years. So please do that. But there's an affirmation that came out of that I thought would be helpful for you all. So for anybody who needs to hear it this week, just because you are not this Mother Nature goddess, I love this moment, pregnant type woman, doesn't mean you are not connected and you don't love and adore your child. Pregnancy after loss is frightening, it's full of anxiety, it can cause depression, and it is a negative experience to start off with. So do not compare yourself to other people that go into this fresh and naive. You do not love your baby less, you are not less connected. It will just take more time for you to experience those positive emotions. It could happen in the second trimester. It could happen after your point of loss. It can happen in the third trimester. It might happen after your baby is born and safe and in your arms. Those feelings of love and joy and connection will come. Right now, they're just masked by anxiety and fear. That is fine. You are still totally valid in your feelings and doing pregnancy and motherhood right. Keep on fighting, ladies.